different acts coming up here now at the state Class A, and can you explain a little bit of it?
Well, we're going to start out with some of our crisscross tumbling and some shadow mini tramp, just basic step movements so the athletes can kind of feel their way around the gym a little bit for what's to come later on in the show. What we're looking at here is just some crisscross tumbling.
This kind of loosens them up and gets them in shape for as the acts progress there at halftime. You have 10 acts in your show, is that correct?
Yeah, we have 10 acts plus our ending. A lot of things going on. We just finished up our 4-way minis.
Now we're going to go into Act 2, and that's when we do the mini tarps.
Yeah, now we get into a little bit more of the precision type work. This is just some basic optional tumbling. Again, they're warming up.
Of the gymnasts, how old are they?
Our gymnasts range from 8 to 17 years old, Greg. It's a very special show for us tonight. We're going to say goodbye to 2 of our seniors, Mary Sand and Julie Wingy, who have been with us ever since we began back in 1978. So the girls and the one guy have dedicated this show on their behalf. We hope it goes well for them.
Well, no doubt your reputation is a fine coordinated program, and I know it'll go well here. Now watch this. These are the mini tramps. And the Jim Dandy AcroSport team.
We call this our single doubles. We send 2 down, and then we end up by sending 4. What we're looking for here is to try and see them all hit the tramp at the same time.
And doing a fine job of it.
Those are our dive rolls, and they'll come back and run through it again, and they'll do some front flips, and they'll start with some half twists and ends up with some Rudies.
You also have a young man on your squad this year, too.
Yeah, Brian Bauer. Matt Bauer, excuse me, is the boy that's been with us now for 3 years. Unfortunately, they're going to be moving to Colorado, so we're going to say goodbye to him with this. We hope that he stays with it. Wish him all the best of luck down there. He opened a wide door for us. We have about 28 boys in our program right now.
Excellent.
We attribute a lot of that to him. He's fit in real well with the gals. There really is no problem, and he's opened the doors for a lot of others.
Now, a lot of these gymnasts compete on the club level, also the high school level, and they're just finely trained, aren't they?
Well, yeah, we have several different competitive programs that the athletes get involved in. We have our USGF age group program, and then, of course, we do have some of the high school gymnasts that perform on this acro team as well.
Now, this is Act 3.
Now, this is what we call our 4-way crisscross. A lot of action, a lot of bodies moving there all at once. Now we get into what we like to think of our more exciting mini tramp acts. We start building some pyramids. Hopefully we should start to see the runs get a lot closer together. This is where the acro work can get rather exciting. We built this up. This is called our single pyramid.
You know, you can look at the fans on the seats right now. They just enjoying this intently. They like the Jim Dandy AcroSport team. They're doing a fine job.
Oh, Jennifer Schell, Nina Weiser, Julie Wingy. Then we'll top it off up here. Tasha Greer, Jennifer Blom, and Lori Leonard.
Excellent job. And that was act number 4.
Now we're going to come back with some of our shadow tumbling right now.
How much training involved? Say, for example, during a regular week, how many hours a day?
Well, most of these athletes, they put in anywhere from 12 to 15 hours a week in their gymnastic centers. However, we work the acro work. We reserve 1 night a week, basically, for that work. However, when we get to the more important shows, such as these, we've spent a lot of time. This is our 3rd show since last Saturday, so they haven't really had to practice because they've been out doing so many.
Right.
We just finished up the high school season. We're going to start getting into the USGF system quite heavily now.
Now, you had a busy schedule in the latter part of the season, last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's been pretty busy, but we like to keep it that way. It doesn't give us time to get in trouble, so they say. Now, this is our long block pyramid. That's quite a ways up.
Excellent job. Act number 6 is over with.
Well, now we're going to bring back and just show a little bit of handstand pirouette.
How much traveling do you do during the year? Because we're talking about the busy schedule. Do you go out of state?
Well, we compete out of state. We haven't taken our acro team out of state yet. We're planning on doing so next year, 4 times as a matter of fact. But we do travel out of state with our competitive athletes.
Where are the handstands you were talking about earlier?
Becky Giesinger, she goes around something like 8 or 10 times. We never really know. She just kind of goes by what feels good.
Excellent.
You have to keep us on the toes.
Now what's coming up?
Well, this is our optional tumbling. And Wilhelm coming down with alternate somersaults. Jennifer Shell does the Russian to the round-off backflip. Little Stephanie Nitz does an Arabian somersault. Dana Weiser will do an Arabian somersault. And this just keeps building. Lori Leonard does a full twisting back. Sherry Lynn will come down and do a double twisting back. Mary Sand, our senior, she'll do a double twist. And Julie Winsky and Jennifer Fox will shadow them.
Oh, excellent. Now you're talking about the seniors, Mary Sand and Julie Winsky. Are they going to pursue college gymnastics careers?
As far as I know, Mary Sand wants to go to NDSU, and she wants to get into sports medicine. Julie Winsky has expressed an interest in going to the University of Minnesota and competing on that team. So we wish them all the luck in the world, because that gets into some pretty heavy competition out there.
Now this gets pretty exciting, this routine right here.
Now they'll try to close it up. Again, we try to bring it all together with our precision. Try to send 2 at once.
Crisscross, you get them going from the east to the west, from the north to the south. And
here we have our over-unders. All 4 at the same time.
Excellent performance. Now they're going to finish off with a style show on the side.
Well, this one just kind of finished off what we call a zipper. Well, we hope they enjoyed it. It's a pleasure coming out.
Another standing ovation. What do you mean you hope they enjoyed it? They had a great time.
Well, it's a wonderful experience to be a part of this tournament.
Thank you very much, Steve Carver.
Well, thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, Steve Carver, director of the Jim Dandy's AcroSport team, and a great halftime show here at the Bismarck Civic Center. We're going to